Hey, so I just wanted to make a video real quick to talk about just kind of some of the delusions I experience, like kind of help explain like what it's like to be manic. You know, for me, I have these crazy delusions that, I need to use a different word, a wild delusion, where it's just straight up out of a sci-fi movie. It's like I, one of the storylines, like recurring storylines with my delusions, and I've had multiple manic episodes. I've had, I think, at least 10 where I'm, disconnected and hearing things and, for extended periods. And I'll have to look it up because I'm going to go get my paperwork from the hospital, the mental hospital here. And so I can give you like more exact information. But anyways, I have this recurring theme throughout, of, there are these other dimensions and there are beings that are capable of traveling through these dimensions. And the people who can, like literally there are these people who have, kind of like Rick and Morty, and maybe I watch too much Rick and Morty. If y'all have seen that show, it's awesome. But, there's multiple dimensions with people just like us on alternate timelines where things are different there, but in one of these timelines, there are these people similar to us, they're not that much further advanced, but they want, they can come here, they can take over people's bodies, they can play us like avatars almost, and so some people are over here and they just want to destroy, they just want to there are people who on this timeline who are capable of the interdimensional. They're able to like tune in and they can hear or they can see, like clear audience and clairvoyance, who are able to hear and see. And but then there's people who they're just never going to, they're so wrapped up in their own story, their own thing, that they're never going to see or hear or experience other dimensions, and but there are some people in these other dimensions that want to hurt me, that have found, like sadistic people who have found pleasure in just coming and fucking with me, that like want me to join them. But I keep telling them, like, I'm not doing that. I want to be with my kids. And I don't even know what that means. Does that mean commit suicide? Like, I don't even know. Like, it's like voices in your head telling you to do weird shit, So, but that's one of the recurring themes. And, I tried to commit suicide, I think 3 different times when this first started happening. Now, when it happens, I'm just like, la 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 la, not listening, like I just pretend like that's not happening, because I saw this little comic clip one time, and it's like has this meditating, like enlightened guru, and then it has this like person who's being portrayed as crazy, and they're like, the only difference is one knows when to talk about it and one knows to keep their mouth shut. And I thought that was so funny. And I'm like, and that is true, like if you just keep your mouth shut, keep going. That's not like necessarily super true. Like I do need to talk to people about having, episodes, but that's more if I'm losing sleep. But there are times where I will hear stuff and I'm just like, no, not gonna get upset by that, not gonna, because when I first got diagnosed, I would hear something or experience something, and it would just make me, like, my heart rate go way up, and I'd just get super scared and freaked out, and I'd like run to my husband and be like, oh my God, I'm blah, and I just like freak out, and it'd give me a panic attack. And, now I'm like, not today, not getting worked up by that. We'll see if it keeps going on for a couple days, then we'll talk to somebody about it, and most of the time it's just like a little blurb. Like, it's like I accidentally like crack into like radio waves, and like, like most of the time it's just quiet, and then or like imagine like static, and then every little bit something cracks through. Imagine it like that, and so anyways, that's kind of just how my delusions go. And it's, I guess they can last a long time, but whenever that does happen, I'm taken to the hospital and treated with different medications. When my first year diagnosed, I think I went to the hospital like 6 or 7 times. It was crazy. Because like I was telling you, like every little thing would freak me out super bad, and now that it just doesn't happen like that, but they don't want you to be at the hospital longer than like a week, but I was there for, I think, 2 weeks at my longest stint. And then this last time I was there for 3 weeks. So, I'm so thankful I have a place to go though, and that I have the money to pay for the hospital, and, I'm able to be treated. It just makes me feel really grateful for my privilege. I always am thinking about like just the homeless people who, like most of them do struggle with some type of like mental illness and just can't get treatment. And, because it's so much money. And like without insurance, they prescribed me Latuda. That's $600 a month if you don't have insurance, and if that's your only hope for being sane and not hearing these voices. And sometimes the voices get so loud, and like, it's just hard to function when you're literally hearing conversations in your head. Even if you're like, I'm not going to participate in them or give them any credence, like it's still just loud and hard to not engage with, But anyways, this video is long enough. All right, bye.